Good afternoon and welcome to Lovington Lady Cat Soccer from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium as we get ready for this pivotal district matchup between the Lovington Lady Cats and the visiting Artesia Lady Bulldogs. So as we get ready to get this one underway for the Lady Cats, under head coach Edgar Negrete, they come in at 2-13 on the year. They've had kind of a rough one, but they did get a big victory against Portales here earlier this week, back on Monday. So looking to improve on that, as Artesia, on the other hand, under head coach Tim Trenum, looks to keep pace in the district race. They are 10-4-2 overall, but 2-1 in district. For the Lady Cats, their last three, they lost to Ruidoso 3-1, then losing to Goddard in big fashion 10-0, and then beating Portales, an impressive game for the Lady Cats on Monday, winning that one 3-1. When they played Artesia back at the end of last month, they lost to the Lady Dogs in Artesia by a score of 7-0. For Artesia, their last three, of course, beating Lovington, then beating Portales 4-1, and then losing to Goddard 1-0. Goddard right now in control of the district race. Today will be a game for Artesia that if they want to have an opportunity at the district championship, then they have to win this game. Lovington, were they to win this game, would still be alive for the district championship, but they would need to win out and then need just a little bit of help. As we get ready to kick this one off, a little bit breezy and warm this afternoon. It's 89 degrees right now here in Lovington. Winds gusting out of the west up to 25 miles an hour. So you could see the wind play a little bit of a factor depending on what is going on in this ball game and down on the pitch. For the Lovington Lady Cats, they are in the home blue kits with the white letters and numbers. For Artesia, their kit are the white jerseys, the road whites with orange shorts and orange letters and numbers. So just going to be an exciting match here today. The Cats and the Dogs. I don't think it would matter what you were playing or what you were doing. You get these two teams and schools together, it is always going to be a big match. Starting in the cage for Artesia will be senior goalkeeper Kinsley Rodriguez. And for Lovington, it will be 8th grader Alice Morales. So you've got two ends of the spectrum on the keepers, and Morales made some fantastic stops on Monday against Portales. And one thing, if the JV game was any indication for Artesia, the Lady Bulldogs are just going to attack, and then attack some more. So the teams coming out to midfield for the introductions and for the playing of the national anthem. So we will take a timeout, come back, and kick this one off. This is Lovington Lady Cat Soccer from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Soccer from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. A quick note on the Lovington lineup. It will actually be Kaylee Ornelas wearing number 0 in the cage today. The junior goalkeeper and midfielder gets the start in the cage today to try and slow down a very potent Artesia Lady Bulldogs attack. So Ornelas getting the start in the cage for the Wildcats. The Cats and the Dogs here on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. Our Lady Cat doubleheader today going on right now over on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. The Lovington volleyball squad tuning up for district as they are facing the Ruidoso Lady Warriors. My partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, across campus over at the gym with that one. And I am here solo today, so any camera flubs, they are entirely on me. Thanks to Evie Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square as we get ready to kick this one off. 5 minutes after noon, a big district matchup between the Cats and the Dogs from here at Wildcat Stadium. Very important match for both teams for a variety of reasons. So the Lady Cats out on the field wearing the home blues, and Artesia having their final meeting wearing the road whites. As we prepare for the start of this one, Lovington, looks like they're going to go with 4 forwards, 2 midfielders, 4 defensemen, and, of course, the goalie. Artesia going to come out, and they are going to go, it looks like, in a 3-3-4 look to start this one. And it'll be Lovington ball. As we start this, the Lady Cats are going to need to attack and attack early. Did a nice job against Portales taking out the shooting lanes and defending very well around the goal, keeping Ornelas from really having to overthink it and overstress it in the cage, although she did make some fantastic saves. I'd be willing to bet you that was Ornelas on Monday night. So the Lady Cats will shoot it off into the midfield, and we are underway. As free ball bouncing and chasing it down will be Paisha Gonzalez, and Artesia right there with Myra Garcia takes it away, kicks it out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Cats. So into the midfield, Lovington looking to settle it down and control. Artesia collapsing in. Now a long cross-pitch pass, and running over to collect that one is Corza. As Corza will take it up the left wing, centering pass. Now gets it back over onto the left wing. Making some running room is Bedroza. Nice job by the Lady Cats deep in their own zone to block that one out. And it'll be a throw-in for Artesia. They toss it in, battle for it. On the near side, Lovington comes away with it. He'll try to clear it out of harm's way. Nifty little move there for the Lady Cats. And an outlet pass that'll be intercepted and sent back down by Artesia. Lovington defense will get to it, but not before it goes out. So Jowers will throw it in. Lovington comes into the middle of the pitch to try and take it away. One of the Artesia midfielders will come up, and they will try and move it through, and a kick up and in the face. Ouch, that didn't feel good. Kiara Vasquez catches one off of the toe of Elena Pondo right in the noggin. You hope that she's all right. Doesn't feel good getting hit in the face with anything, but especially a soccer ball, as they will send in a sub, and the coach going to come over and check on her. You certainly hope she's okay. Vasquez, the senior midfielder. While we have a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to all the great sponsors who make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Sports possible on our family of stations and streams. And of course, you can see them right there at the bottom of your screen here. Couldn't do it without their help and support. Be sure you thank them and thank them with your business. So play stops, 90 seconds gone in the first as Vasquez, helped up by Coach Negretti. All right, just caught one a hard shot in the face with the ball by Pondo, who was trying to send it back down the field to one of her attackers, so she'll have to check out. And Lovington will have a sub come in the game for her. And that will be number 22, and I do not have a 22 on our roster. That was provided. And She'll set it down, and coming over for the throw-in will be Sadie Winters. Looks like the junior forward. Nope, it'll be Artesia throw-in. And so it'll be Berdoza to throw it in for the Lady Dogs. As everybody sets back up, 90 seconds into this one. The Lady Cats and the Lady Dogs on the throw-in. It's a bump, goes around and centered up. The Lady Cats will try and settle it down and move it out of harm's way. Controlling it is Long. But Artesia takes it away with Stone. Now going over to the far right side with Corza. Corza cycles it around, tries to move it out of trouble. Artesia trying to go on the attack here. Centering pass now coming over to the left wing where Bedroza sends it into the center and then tries the centering pass, and Lovington's D does a nice job just clearing that one away and out back towards midfield. And it'll be an Artesia throw-in. We'll have more soccer, volleyball, and Lovington football will be back next week. And on the Artesia throw-in, just knocked down and settled down. The team's just kind of feeling each other out at this point. A little chip and chase. Lovington will knock it down. Artesia comes over. And we'll put some pressure on, and just going to be kicked out by Rodriguez. As Artesia has spent the first 3 minutes of this one pretty much living in the Lady Cat zone. So it'll be a throw-in from midfield for the Lady Dogs. And on the throw-in, that is Martin. There's a little bit of a tangle at the 40-yard line. Centering pass attempted. Artesia trying to track it down. And a Lovington girl goes down in midfield. But they are trying to move it into Artesia territory. Bouncing ball onto the near side. Lovington does a nice job knocking it down. Trying to make some room. Nifty little move there for Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a shot that bounces in on net and stopped. Rodriguez, the senior midfielder, gets the shot in, and so Lovington will take the first shot of the match. Good hustle there by Rodriguez. And a jump head attempt, and going down for Lovington is Madison Clay. And she was fouled, so it'll be a free kick for the Lady Cats from their own 35-yard line. We're talking football. We're talking soccer. It's 45 yards out from their own goal. And the Lady Cats will send that one down, and that one gets over the head of everybody. Could be trouble. Rodriguez on the march, goes up, and she gets stopped and tackled, but somehow manages to get a shot off, and a pretty good one. And the stop made by Rodriguez, her second stop of the match. But Lovington is applying the pressure. Talked about that in the pregame. If Lovington can put the pressure on, they have got an opportunity in this one. And so far, they've had 2 good penetrations, and they've gotten shots off on both of them. From the far side, just a weak little kick trying to get long, as that one will go out in front of the Artesia bench, and it'll be Artesia ball. Throw in goes over the head of everybody and then out. And I guess they're going to say Lovington nicked it. So Artesia the throw in right back to the Lady Cats as that the ball comes back towards midfield. Lady Bulldogs going to come over and try and corral it. They'll bring it onto the near wing. Bringing it up is Martin. And Lovington with Winters will just pop it back in the middle. Now Artesia with an opportunity. Trying the wing pass and kicked out. It'll stay Lovington ball, but it'll be a deep defensive zone throw-in for Artesia. The Artesia offensive zone. As the Lady Cats prepare to play defense on the throw-in. Comes to Long. Kicks it back, but it'll wind up on the foot of Pondo. Pondo centering pass that goes through and is on net. So it will be a shot that Ornelas will stop. And we will reset. Lovington takes it back and then pops it out towards the midfield. Giving chase is Ivar. As Artesia just swats it away. A throw in for Lovington right at midfield. Sub coming in for the Lady Cats. as Winters will come out. And going back in will be Vasquez. Well, good to see she's up and all right. So on the throw-in, the Lady Cats going to attempt to go on the attack again. Nice little pass, finds its way through. And chipping it over and back down as Artesia gets a bouncing ball. Giving chase is Ornelas. And out of her reach and out. Pardon me, that was Reza. So a throw in for Artesia on the far side. 7 minutes have elapsed here in the opening half of this girls' district match today. So bouncing into free space, Artesia trying to control it. They'll have to just move it back out. Now coming to the near side. Little hesitation move by Verdoza and then out by Lovington, just having to move it out. And so Artesia will get another throw in from deep inside Lovington territory. The bouncer to Pondo to Verdoza. Back to Pondo. Little hesitation move to Verdoza into the center and through everything. And that one actually goes back on net off of the foot of one of the Lady Cats. No shot, but a good job by Ornelas to slow that one down. And Artesia going to bring a defender up to try and get that one as Winters will move it to the far side. Lovington trying to get on the run, a little bit of an overrun. But the Lady Cats will get it back as they battle midfield. Winters looking for some room, gets upended, and yep, that'll be a minor infraction. Free kick for the Lady Cats from approximately 50 yards out. Didn't notice in warm-ups Lovington was taking quite a few long shots. So a set play, a long set play for the Lady Cats as they will send that one towards net. And the bouncer that'll get past everybody and out of the back, and it'll go back to Artesia. 8.5 minutes have elapsed in the first half of this one. No score yet. Artesia and Lovington from here at Wildcat Stadium. Lovington 2 shots on goal. Artesia 1. Still no score. As Artesia will send it back towards the midfield. Lovington does a nice job cutting that one off. Neither team yet able to put any sustained pressure really on the other. Artesia has had more pressure, but Lovington with more shots. Throw in, far side and out, so it'll be a throw in from in front of the Lady Cat bench. Or beside it. We'll see for sure where they set it up. So a quarter gone in this one. 30 minutes remaining in the first half. Artesia trying to find a little soft spot. Lovington with that extra defender. Doing a nice job keeping it off of their goal. And then a long shot on net, and that one will be stopped. Artesia with Irvin puts their second shot on goal. Second stop for Ornelas. And she'll come and boot it back to the midfield. And off of the foot of Vasquez and out. So turn it over to Artesia deep inside the Lovington zone. Artesia with 4 attackers in the neighborhood. Verdoza on the throw-in comes through, and Vasquez will wind up. Vasquez will wind up with it. Back out to the midfield, Artesia slows it down, takes it over to the deep right side, and then out. And it'll be Lovington ball on the right side. Each team with 2 shots on goal. Each keeper with 2 stops. Centering pass. Pretty good battle for it in midfield. Lovington will start it up, and then it will go out, and Artesia throw in at midfield. Bouncing ball was Lovington just going to body it forward into the Artesia zone. Having to settle it down is Rodriguez, who already has 2 shots. She'll bring it to the right side, a little chip and chase, but Artesia getting to it before Lovington, then over to the near side, and they will move it back down the other way with Pondo. Pondo with a long bouncer down as Ornelas going to come over and out of the cage and just corral that one. And she will send it back down as Artesia charging in on it. So back into the midfield. Pretty good battle for it out around the 30-yard line. So into the middle, Lovington with Rodriguez looking for some room. Brings it to the right side. And it'll be knocked away by the Bulldogs. And Artesia going to start it back the other way. Lovington defender comes back. That is Garcia, but then loses it on the cross pitch pass. Going in, trying the centering pass, and tipped away. And it'll be a kick in for the Lady Cats. Good hustle to get back there and to clog up the passing and shooting lanes. Was the key to the victory against Portales, was keeping things clogged up as the ball comes back into play. And a sweep on the near side. And a battle, and coming up with the best of that one is Vasquez. But Artesia will take it back as it comes back towards the middle. A slow roller finds its way through everybody. And Ornelas will come over, get out of the cage and settle it down. And Artesia going to keep the pressure on before they can inbound it. Ornelas is going, what is she doing? And a whistle sounds. And, well, they're going to say delay of game, and so it'll be a free kick from less than 20 yards out from Artesia's. The Lady Cat faithful hollering, come on, ref. So it'll be a free kick for the Artesia Lady Bulldogs, as that'll be Pondo to take the free kick as the set play set up. So an important shot here for Artesia, an important defensive stand for Lovington as they line everybody up at what would be the football goal line. And Pondo gets that one blocked out. Nice job by the Lady Cat D as that one will go all the way out. No, saved on the far side. So Artesia going to go back on the attack, and Lovington will clear it out as the crowd comes to life. Knowing the defense just did a heck of a great job there. And now we'll have a little bump. Lovington will come away with it. Back to the middle. Artesia picking up the pressure, bringing the midfielders up in the attack, but now Winters will come through. That one gets cut off by Artesia. Lovington bodies it down, and we got some battling going on in the middle. Lovington bumps off the ball and then trying to get Rodriguez with a little room inside. And she will battle one of the Lady Bulldog defenders, and that defender going to send it up and out. It'll be Lovington ball from back out around the 40-yard line. 15 minutes have expired here in the first half. No score in this one. And so far, the Lady Cats and the Lady Bulldogs playing pretty much even in this one. And that one will roll out and go through the back line. And it'll be a kick in for Lovington. Let's see if Artesia going to charge a girl up at Ornelas this time. Caused a delay last time. The only thing I can figure. And now a whistle, and we will have subs come into the ball game for both the Lady Cats and the Lady Dogs. Exclusive presentation today here on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. So Ornelas will send it back down the pitch, bouncing ball into the middle. Lovington will initially control it. Now coming to the near side, trying to settle it down. Now they're trying to get Rodriguez. They'll get Rodriguez at the 20. Looking for a little room. Artesia on her very tight. The ball will be kicked out. It'll be Lovington throw in. So now Lovington trying to put on a little bit of pressure here on the Lady Dogs with 24 minutes to go in the first. So Rodriguez looks to throw it in. Directs traffic, and now she will toss it towards the middle of the pitch, but right into the teeth of the Artesia defense. As Vasquez will come over and she will challenge. And it'll go out off Vasquez. Throw in for the Lady Bulldogs. And it'll be Jowers who controls, and then we'll send it back down the field. Bounces over the head of the Lovington defense. Just waiting for it back there is Ornelas. It'll bounce into her box, and she will wait for it, take it, and then send it back towards midfield. Is that one going to bounce and out right at midfield? So Pondo, who's got 2 shots on goal, will come over to trigger the inbound. High arcing inbound throw on the throw in to Jowers, partially blocked out. Vasquez gets it taken away from her, then back to the near side. Race for it and out, and it'll be Artesia throw in. And throwing it in, Verdoza. Vasquez had it, but Jowers will take it away from her. Goes into the deep left corner. Pardon me, that's Dickinson. As good slide tackle and taken out by Lovington's defense. I think that was Clay. Then a throw in from the deep left corner for Verdoza. The freshman forward and midfielder is. Oh, we're getting a fan thrown out here as the official has come over and is tossing somebody in the stands. So an official is asking a fan to leave. I guess maybe something said. So we'll have a fan stepping out of these stands, and he will be leaving. I guess something got said. So with the stoppage in play, 22:20 to go, as the ref comes over and asks a fan to leave the stadium. So on the throw-in, Artesia out and goes back on the attack here. Trying a left wing pass. They will have that. It'll be a foot race over into the deep left wing. Artesia settles it down, looking to get it into the middle. They will, but it bounces over. Lovington just going to have to kick it out and away. It'll go out of the backside, and it'll be a corner kick for Artesia. As Artesia brought the pressure that time after the throw-in. Now it is up to the defense once again on the corner kick, on the free kick. Just a few minutes ago, the Lovington D did a fantastic job. Going to have to do that again. Artesia's lining up. This one may not go towards net. This one may come out just a little bit. So on the corner kick, and not only is it going to come out just a little bit, it's almost going to be out to midfield. As Artesia comes in, sends one towards the middle. It'll go bouncing around. Lovington trying to save it. Collapsing in, Artesia and Lovington battling in front of the net and then sent out on the far sideline. And a throw in for Artesia. So I think that caught everybody a little bit by surprise. I wasn't surprised that it was kicked a little bit away from the net. I was surprised it was kicked back to the midfield to start the attack. Now on the throw in, Lovington will body it up on the far side and then send it back out around the 15-yard line. So another throw in for Artesia. Lovington again bodies it up. Artesia tries to save it and cannot on the far sideline. So give it over to the Lady Cats as we click towards the halfway mark of this first half of play. No score as of yet. Artesia 3 shots on goal, Lovington 2. As a sub coming in to take the throw in for Lovington. And on the throw in, Artesia pretty much just takes it away. So now they'll send it back, settle it down. Now coming to the left wing. Little bounce into the middle. Pretty good battle. Verdoza and Lovington coming over. A collision between Verdoza and Garcia. Still fighting for it as it goes back towards midfield, and Artesia sends it into the center where they'll try and settle it down from around the 30-yard mark as they'll just swipe that one over and out. They'll give it to Lovington on the throw-in. Under 20 minutes to play in a scoreless first half. In Artesia, they took it to the Lady Cats 7-0, but Lovington has come to play. A little confidence builder, I've got to think. That 3-1 win against Portales the other day, and the fields are being cleared as two of the officials are talking. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Nobody's down and injured. I'm not sure what the talking about is here. They have stopped the clock at 19:46 to go in the half. Thanks for being with us. Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com. Dawn Morgan is across campus over at Wildcat Gym. Lady Cats versus the Ruidoso Lady Warriors. Again, not sure what the holdup is here, as both teams have been taken to their benches. So just a stoppage in play. Again, I'm not sure what it's for. As the side official from this side and now the head ref are speaking. Of course, well, we've got a moment. A big thanks to all those great sponsors you see there on the bottom of your screen. Couldn't do it without them. Because of them, we don't have to charge you to watch your kids and your teams play. We don't have to beg for donations, and we appreciate those sponsors who make it possible for us to do that. So whatever the stoppage in play was all about, I guess it's over now, and trigger it back in, and throw in is thrown out, and it'll be a turnover. So it goes to Artesia, and they'll move it all the way back down to about the 20-yard mark, and on the throw-in, bounced off of a Lovington player and back out. So Artesia going to move it down even further, 15 yards out from the goal. And they'll throw it in, and Lovington just going to send it even deeper out on the far side as the defender gets a foot on it. Looks like we've got some groundskeepers coming over. I mean, we've got something that the officials don't like on the screen or something. I don't know what the deal is. As the throw-in will come in. And Artesia centering pass, trying to get it settled down. Berdoza with one take on it, and then Lovington will take it away and send it back out towards midfield. So Artesia going to control with Stone, who sends it over to the far side, and then a collision over in front of the Lovington bench and out. And it'll be, I want to say, Artesia ball. Yep, they'll throw it in from in front of the Wildcat bench. And on the throw-in, that gets away from everybody. Artesia will chase it deep into the corner and then send the centering pass up as that one off of the deflection is through and then off of the leg of a Lovington Lady Cat. Good job again for the defense. So another stop for Lovington as that one was sent towards the net by Jowers. And so it'll be Lovington ball as subs check in for the Lady Cats. Back in will be Pesha Gonzalez with 17:48 remaining. And trying to get it to Vasquez on the near side. She'll wind up controlling it, but loses it off of her foot, and Jowers will come over and take it away from her. As Artesia going to try to apply the pressure, but Lovington says, nope, that's not going to happen here, as they'll move it back down the pitch, trying to get Rodriguez going down the deep left side. Slowed up, and then Artesia just waits for it and screens out and lets it go out. And on the throw-in, it'll bounce over and through and out As Winters giving chase over there. Then on the throw-in off of the chin of a Lady Bulldog, and Lovington just going to have to boot it out on the far side. So another Artesia throw-in. 17 minutes to go, first half. And a whistle and more subs coming in as Rodriguez will take a well-deserved breather. So Artesia to throw it in. Lovington with 6 back on the D. And booted out and into the Lovington bench. Another Artesia throw in. This has been kind of a start and stop game with the stoppage that the officials had and then the tossing of the fan. And both teams, really neither one of them able to get any rhythm going thus far. Though Artesia has picked the pressure up considerably as we've gotten into the latter portion of this one. Bouncer in. Ornelas comes out of the cage. No shot on goal. She'll settle it down and then sidearm sling that one near side to Vasquez. Vasquez bumped and looking for a way through. Cannot find it. And Artesia will come in. Centering pass. Nice job by the Lady Cats to come through and get it. Now back out into the midfield. Race for it on the far sideline as Winters and Stone collide. And it'll go out and be Artesia throw-in. Lady Bulldogs will throw it in. It bounces through everybody. Gonzalez, the header, tries to settle it down as she battles on the far side, and then will send that one back into the midfield where Artesia will take it back over and try and start their attack as the ball skitters over onto the near side. Into a little soft spot as they move through, trying to get Chowers open. She'll bounce one just wide of the cage. They were trying to get, I think that was Garcia, attacking up from the wing over there and out of her reach. So it goes wide and no shot on goal. Artesia 4 shots on goal. Lovington with 2. And Ornelas to send it away. Back into the midfield where Artesia will settle it down and then bouncing it in off the foot of Pondo. No shot, would have gone wide. Ornelas came over and corralled it, and now she'll send it back out into the midfield. Where Lovington will try and settle it down. No score yet in this one, 14:20 remaining. Pondo, nifty little move, takes it up the deep left wing. Just watches it though and watches it go out. And so Lovington, a little deke and a little head fake there as Reza blocks out Pondo and gives the ball back to Lovington. Quick throw in and a collision between Winters and Martin on the near side and out. And they're going to say Artesia throw in. Yeah, big collision there. So, and they will say free kick Artesia from about 30 yards out. Coming over to take that free kick will be Marilyn Corza. The Lovington's defense has done a brilliant job so far through almost the first 3 quarters of this first half. As Corza, a high one on net and over the net and out. So Corza had one and was trying to bend it in. I think Ornelas would have gotten a hand on it should it have come down. She was keeping a close eye on it, was ready to leap and stop it so it didn't go top shelf. And so the Lady Cat D holds again, but Artesia starting to pile up the shots. They have only had one real good look at it, though. Lovington has done a nice job. Lovington just 2 shots. They've both been good opportunities, but neither one of them finding the back of the net yet. Battle on the far side, and it'll stay Artesia ball. And on the throw-in, headed back out, and another throw-in for Artesia. The ball continues to bounce towards the midfield. Artesia has just been living in Lady Cat territory. The Lady Cats have got to find a way to take it away and start applying some of that pressure back. Is chasing back into the midfield is Stone. She'll move it up to Pedroza. And then over onto the far side with Gutierrez, who's now in. And a steal. Nice job by Vasquez. But it goes back to Gutierrez as she'll bring it in. Tries the centering pass. They will have the centering pass. Jowers coming over and coming out and colliding with the keeper as Ornelas goes out and collides with Jowers. But a good opportunity there that does not result in a shot. Then a bouncer down. As the ball comes to the near side, Artesia goes back on the attack. Lovington has spent almost no time in the Artesia end of things. Centering pass as they'll move it on to the deep left wing. Garcia controls it back out to Gutierrez, and she will center it up as they battle in front of the net, and then the header towards net blocked out by Lovington. And, they're going to call handball on Lovington. It didn't look like Reza got it with an elbow. But the official from this near side does not agree, and it will be a penalty kick, a PK, for Artesia. So a penalty kick for the Lady Bulldogs. Not sure what they could call the penalty kick on, but everything looked clean from up here. I'm not down there, though, so Corza will come on to take the PK. She'll come in on it, and she'll challenge Ornelas, and that one finds the back of the net. So the PK at the 29-29 mark of the first gives Artesia the 1-0 lead over Lovington. So a penalty kick right now, the difference, as Artesia leading 1-0. So when you spend that much time, though, in the other team's zone, eventually something's going to happen. And I guess they called Reza they're saying she got a little too rough in there. And so Artesia going to take away the kickoff, and they will go back on the attack now, leading 1-0. Racing over to the far sideline, Lady Bulldogs going to look for something in the middle as that one will go out of the back, and it'll be Lovington ball. So back to Lovington as they're going to have to figure out how to put some more pressure on Artesia. So Ornelas, the sidewinder, back out towards midfield where Artesia immediately takes it away. Artesia's just had the positioning in the openings. Jowers on the far side will send that one off the foot of a Lady Cat and out. So a corner kick for Artesia. With 9:38 remaining here in the first half, Artesia, 6 shots on goal. One of them has found the back. And now another corner kick for the Lady Bulldogs. They'll come in, send that one on towards net, and popping that one out, Ornelas. Nice job. And then a battle for it. Lovington will win that battle and try and send it back out towards the middle of the pitch where Lopez waits. And then a whiff, but fortunately only Lady Cats in the neighborhood, but then kind of a soft pass that winds up in the Bulldogs' toe. And then up, this could be problems as Gutierrez will chase it down, and she will just let that one go out of the back. And it'll be Artesia ball. Nope, it'll be Lovington ball. So they will toss it over for the free ball from Ornelas. 8:40 remaining. Here in the first, Lady Cats trailing 1-0 to Artesia. Pivotal district game for both squads. As that one back down, Pedroza with a long roller on net. Or pardon me, that was Pondo who sends that one on to net as Ornelas handles it. Another save for her and sends it back down. Now Lovington maybe with an opportunity here. Nifty little move there for number 20, who I do not have on the roster. And a bouncing ball back down. It'll be a foot race as coming down in a collision between Jowers and Ornelas as that one will go out of the back. Ornelas very dangerous coming out of the box like that and risking a potential penalty shot for the collision. And they're going to say Lovington ball. 7:40 remaining. Or will it be? No, it'll be a free kick for Lovington. So the Lady Cats and Serrano. Or pardon me, that's Reza. Will send it back down. Is Lovington going to try and find a way late to put a little pressure on the Artesia defenders? Bounced into the middle, but nobody home. As on her horse is Lopez trying to get back to it. Artesia will get there first and start it back up the other way. To the midfield where Lovington will intercept. And now a bouncer. Artesia's defense comes over, gets it. And we'll just start moving it back up again, this time with Gutierrez. She'll move it through. And then Gutierrez will bounce it, and it'll be a foot race as Ornella's going to come out and bounce it away. High pop up to center field. And so back out into the midfield, where Artesia going to try and crank the pressure back up, and then a chip and chase going over to the far right side. Artesia gets to it. Will look to settle it down the centering pass, and it'll roll in slowly on Ornelas. And stopped. And that will count as a shot on goal, and then off of the knee, and it'll bounce back in. Ornella's going to come over, knock it down. Got to be careful when you do that, because that stays a live ball. And sending it back to the midfield. Lady Cat's waiting on it. Number 20 has it swiped away from her and out. It'll stay Lovington ball. Under 6 minutes remaining here in the first half of play. Lovington trailing 1-0 as Vasquez to throw it in from approximately the 30-yard line, the 40-yard mark. She waits for her teammates to set and will toss it in. That one finds its way through. Could be trouble. A Lovington sandwich. And then turn it around, trying to fire it in as number 22, who I do not have on the roster either, and back out to the middle and out off of the Lady Bulldogs. So now it'll be the Lady Cats to throw it in as Jennifer Garcia to toss it in, pull the trigger for the Lady Cats. So she will send it in where Artesia will just tap it out. Lovington's longest amount of sustained pressure so far here in the Artesia end comes with 5 minutes remaining in the half. They'd like to find a way somehow by hook or crook to bang one in. As thrown in and over everybody, and it'll go out of the back and over to Artesia. 4:49 remaining in the first. As the Artesia keeper comes over and has a word with her defenseman, as that one will come back into mid-pitch. Lovington trying to tighten the defense up and put a little pressure on themselves. So Pondo back to the middle with Stone, who sends it back to the midfield where Artesia will pick it up, but then Lovington intercepts it and sends it bouncing back down the other way. And working that far side is Lopez. Pretty good battle over there with Stone. And the ball goes out, and it'll be Artesia ball. 3:40 remaining here in the first half. 1-0 Artesia in the lead. Back out towards the center of the pitch and throw in for Artesia. As back down as Ornelas being very, very aggressive in net. Sends that one down and away and out. She's faced 8 shots. She stopped 7 of them. The one she couldn't stop was the PK by Corza. So back to midfield, Artesia. Again, just going to try and get more pressure on Lovington. has not had more than about probably 2 minutes in the Artesia zone this whole first half. They have been playing in the Lovington end. Centering pass, Artesia with an opportunity. Nice swat away by Lovington. Now, again, trying to center it up and off of the side of the foot of Aguilar, who's checked in. And out, 2.5 minutes to go. Should be a Lovington throw in from the deep left corner. Needs to find a way to clear out and get some pressure in, as Lady Cats will send out number 22, who we do not have on the roster. Send a sub in, is coming back in as Sarai Winters. As Winters will bounce that one, but it gets away from her. And Artesia sets with Morrison. And they'll try one into the middle, headed away by the Lady Cats. So Artesia now with Pondo. Pondo, little stutter step, puts it in the middle. Then a little give and go coming to the left wing, and a shot through the middle and off of the mark. But very dangerous, as Berdoza had an opportunity and will get that one. And kind of a bouncer, as they were trying to get a player over on the far side, and it'll wind up setting up a corner kick for Artesia. As we click down under 2 minutes to play here in the first half, 1-0, Lady Bulldogs in the lead. So another set play for Artesia. Corner kick bends in and then off of the knees of one of the Lady Bulldogs and out. Lovington moves it through, bumps it, tries to move it back out. It will slide back towards the midfield, where Artesia will reset. They're going to try and reapply the pressure. So into the middle of the pitch. Artesia charging over and charging across with Morrison, who sends it back. Pretty good battle out around the 30-yard mark. Artesia comes away with it over onto the deep right wing. Coming through, centering pass, bouncing through off of the chest of Berdoza and then knocked out by the Lady Cat defenders, but it's still loose deep in the Lovington end. Coming through, Berdoza centering pass, and then the one-timer off the side of the foot of Chloe Aguilar and saved on the far sideline. Now out, but it'll stay Artesia ball as they try the late period rush. Bounce down, and Lovington going to shoot that one down and through and onto their own bench. So Artesia throw in, as we've got to be clicking close to extra time here. And on the throw in, that will do it for the first half of play. We have played a half here at Wildcat Stadium. The Lady Cats trailing the Lady Dogs by a score of 1-0. A penalty kick at 29-29 of the first by Marilyn Corza is the lone tally on the board. Artesia took 9 shots at the goal, and Ornelas did a nice job stopping 8 of those 9. Lovington managing just 2 shots in that first half. They're going to have to find a way to go on the attack in the second half if they want an opportunity to climb back into this one. So what's going to happen? Well, we'll take the 10-minute halftime, come back and find out as Lady Cat Soccer continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Soccer from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us here this afternoon as this is game 2 of our Lady Cat doubleheader today. The Lovington Lady Cat volleyball squad falling at home earlier 3-0 to the Ruidoso Lady Warriors. Don Morgan had that game over on the Lovington Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So we are back here getting ready for the start of the second half. Lovington has got to find a way to put some pressure on Artesia. Of the 40 minutes of the first half, they probably spent 36 of it defending their goal and just giving up one netter. That's very impressive on 9 shots. So you got to think Artesia is going to try and ratchet the pressure up even more. It's going to be important for Lovington to find a way to counter Lovington. Just 2 shots in that first half, both of them coming very early in that period. And then the only tally on the board came from Marilyn Corza, 29-29 in the 29th minute on a penalty kick. So Artesia, the opening kickoff into the middle of the pitch, onto the foot of the Lady Cats. That's Aniston Long, who then loses it as Artesia comes back on the attack, sending it through, coming over into the right wing, looking for some room to run, moving in, shot on goal, and that one is stopped as Garcia put the boot into it. Nice job by Ornelas to stop that one, and she will send it back in over midfield and bounce her down as Lovington gives chase with Ivar, but off of her foot and out. So give the ball back to Artesia. So a breakaway opportunity early for the Lady Bulldogs as Ornelas continues to do a masterful job in the cage. Ivar will take it for the Lady Cats on the far side. That one bounces off the foot, stays in bounds. Ivar needs some help over there. Nobody coming back to help her out. Goes off of a Lady Bulldog, and it'll be a throw-in for Lovington over the head of Vasquez, and then Artesia going to try and clear to Winters, who will send it out, and Artesia on the throw-in. Bounces back into the midfield as Morrison will send one bouncing down for Artesia. And then another bouncer coming through. Lovington defenders having to go back and try and get to that one under pressure. There's a little bump there on Madison Clays. It'll go out, and it'll be Artesia throw-in from approximately the 30-yard mark. 2 minutes gone here in the second half as Irvin to throw it in from the near side. Irvin tosses in, bounced up. Trying to get it to Jowers, and Clay will just send it across the pitch and out. Pardon me. And on the throw-in, immediately knocked back out by the Lady Cats. But Artesia looks like they're picking up right where they left off, pretty much just setting up in Lovington's end of the pitch. Oh, on the centering pass, Lovington's D does a nice job clearing that one back and temporarily out of harm's way. As Morrison and Aguilar pretty much just playing catch over there, and then in on the charge, coming out and grabbing it is Ornelas, who then sends it back down. So off the bounce and a whistle and a handball by Artesia. So free kick for Lovington. So an opportunity now to try and apply some pressure of their own, trailing 1-0. As Reza will come up to send it on towards net. Lovington sends up the extra attacker, and they spread out. As Reza on towards net, a little squibber that is knocked away by Artesia. And then right back to the Lady Bulldogs, but a turnover as Lovington gets it back. A chase across the pitch where Vasquez try and center it back to midfield, but then Artesia Just a little tip and through and then over. As a bouncing ball, Artesia with position on that one momentarily. But Gabriela Martinez did a nice job getting to that one to send it away and out of harm's way temporarily. 4 minutes gone here in the second half. Lady Bulldogs leading the Lady Cats 1-0. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo here this afternoon. There's another side out, another throw in for Artesia. We will have more Lady Cat soccer for you next week. I believe the Thursday match here against Goddard. And on the throw in, another out by Lovington. As 5 minutes gone here in the second half of play. Lovington has got to find a way to be more aggressive. Coming up right now, Artesia is the aggressor and has been. Sending it up into the midfield. Lovington battling, but still only the one attacker, not bringing up any assistance for number 20. Maybe Garcia, but I don't swear to it. And off of the header by Reza. Lovington trying to get positioning. As the ball goes bouncing through, it seems like Artesia has gotten all the bounces on the blue turf here this afternoon. As Ornelas very aggressively out of the cage, doesn't get there before a big collision will send it out, and Artesia will have another throw-in deep in Lovington territory. 6 minutes have expired here in this second half. Artesia with the 1-0 lead and continuing to pressure. As Lovington will hip it back out, trying to clear and get out of harm's way. They will not, as Artesia back on the attack to the middle. And a little chip and chase. That could be trouble. And over and in. And when you live that dangerously for that long, eventually it is going to come over and bite you. And it does, as Jowers will score the goal. It will come at the 6-minute, 22-second mark of the second. And put Artesia up by a score of 2-0. 11th shot on goal that has been faced by Ornelas. So now Lovington trails this one 2-0. And has just not found any rhythm, any offense at all. Right now Lovington being outshot 11-2 in the match. And you're going to have a hard time being competitive if you're getting outshot that much, especially when the other team is just living in your zone. As the ball will go out, Lovington throw in. As Vasquez, with two Lady Bulldogs on her, just kicks it out. Back over, and a defender comes over, tries to head it through. That's Reza. Goes to the far side, and a slide and a slip. Throw in for Artesia on the out. And another throw in front of the Artesia bench this time. As right now, Lovington's game plan seems to be just get a foot on it and kick it out. Now into the middle of the pitch. Artesia looking for some room. Chip and chase coming over to the near side. Could be trouble. Turn around and a shot on goal, and that one will be stopped. Nice job again by Ornelas on the bad angle shot. It was put in by Jowers once again. Now down the other way. And coming over and grabbing that one is Rodriguez, who's had a pretty easy day back there. That was no shot on goal, but was in the neighborhood. And now Lovington needs to find a way to pick up the pressure. Artesia, though, looks like they're going to do everything possible not to let them. Bouncing ball over onto the far side. Artesia tries to get to it, but cannot before it goes out. So turn it over, give it back to the Lady Cats. On the end, Lovington brings it up. Now they'll try the chip and chase to Rodriguez over on the far right wing. Rodriguez, though, gets blocked out, and it will go out of the back and should be a corner kick for the Lady Cats. So now a golden opportunity for Lovington with the corner kick for Rodriguez to send that one into the middle. A chance to cut this one in half as we tick down to 10 minutes expired here in the second half. So now a chance for the Lady Cats. They're going to bring 9 girls up into the box, 8 girls up into the box, including Rodriguez, who does the kick. And Artesia brings everybody up as that one will be a bouncer into the middle. Could be trouble, but somehow Artesia will come out of the scrum and come away with it and bring it back down. They will run it back out into the midfield. They've got numbers. They had a 3-on-2 break momentarily. Lovington did a nice job there just to get that one away and out at the midfield. It was a 3-on-2 break opportunity for Artesia. On the throw-in, Lovington will clear it back out. Artesia will settle it down just their side of the midfield hash. And a little spinner as we still continue to work in the midfield. Artesia tries to get things running and moving again, and a bouncer that will come in. Ornelas will come over and easily get that one before any pressure can be applied by Garcia. And then back down into the far side with Rodriguez over there battling. Lady Bulldogs win that one, and will send it back to midfield and then off the foot. One of their midfielders at pretty much right at the midfield stripe. So Lovington will throw it in, take back over. Throw in will be Miranda. Coming on in relief. Centering pass taken away by Artesia as they'll start it back into the Lovington defensive side of things, and that's a bouncer. It's going to come onto the foot of one of the Lady Bulldogs, and coming through, there was a push from behind, no call, as Artesia sweeps it over, and great job by Lovington. Coming over is Ornelas, Kaylee Ornelas. Ornelas is in net, so I don't know who we've got wearing number 11. It may have been one. It may have been Reza who came over and got in the way of that one and managed to save it. Two 2-0 in favor of Artesia. Lovington still with just 2 shots on goal. They have not managed to get anything going as Reza loses that one off of her foot. It'll come into the middle of the pitch. As 2 Lady Cats come through and collide with a Lady Dog, who wins the battle and takes it away, bringing it up. Then the centering pass. Artesia settles it down, now comes back to the near side as we've got a collision out at the 15-yard mark and out. Throw in for the Lady Cats from the near sideline, deep in their own end. And the throw in, Gabriela Martinez. A sub coming into the ball game as Paisha Gonzalez checks out. New player checking in as that's Jade Ivar back in. And a bouncer that'll come through, find its way through into the Artesia end, but out before Rodriguez or anybody else can get to it. It'll go over to Artesia with 27 minutes remaining here in the match. 2-0, Artesia leads from here at Wildcat Stadium. Keeps Artesia, if they can hold on to win this one, with a chance at taking the district crown. Lovington, if they could come back, would stay in the district race. They have got to find a way to get some pressure on Kinsley Rodriguez back in net. They have had almost none since right at the very beginning of the game. And a bouncer, almost a numbers rush there for Artesia. They had 2-on-1 and out. Is back to action on a Lovington throw-in. Long tries to send it down the pitch. Instead, will send it out into the Lovington bench. Still back to Artesia. Under 26 minutes remaining in regulation time. Lady Cats and the Lady Dogs been much more competitive than the match in Artesia was, which the Lady Dogs won 7-0. Now on a breakaway, going up the right side, looking for the centering pass. It winds up being a shot on goal. That'll be the 11th stop for Kaylee Ornelas, who sends it back down. Lovington still looking for some room, as that'll be Stone. Bodies a couple of Lady Cats off the ball. Ball go bouncing on the far side. And a whistle and a free kick for Lovington. So a chance to get their first shot on goal potentially here since about 5 minutes into the match. Kinsley Rodriguez has been pretty much able just to kick back and relax in her own net this afternoon. So Lovington with the free kick from 45 yards out. Sends that one high and bouncing, and that one will come through, and that will be a shot on goal as Rodriguez will have her third save of the match off the foot of Reza. And she'll just bounce one back towards midfield and into a little soft country where Long gets to it. As Artesia looks to take it back, they will. Now they've got numbers. They've got a 2-on-1 break. Nice job for Lovington to come over and knock the Lady Dog off of the ball. Reza coming over and running step for step with Berdoza. Knocks her down. Lucky that's not going to be a penalty kick. It will be a throw-in. Or are they going to say penalty free kick for Lovington? They'll say free kick for Lovington, as Bedroza and Reza got tied up together. So free kick for the Lady Cats as we click towards the halfway portion of this second half. Back into the midfield where Lovington's defenders miss it, and then it'll come through as Artesia almost with an opportunity there with Garcia. She had to kind of stutter step to wait for that one to settle down. And Reza came over and took it away from her and kicked it back out. Now Lovington can try it the other way. Too far and too hard, out of the reach of a charging Rodriguez. And Lovington with a one-on-one opportunity there. As Artesia will just bring it back out. And a minor infraction on the Lady Cats, and so free kick for Artesia. 22.5 minutes remaining in regulation. And into midfield where Artesia will settle it down, look for some room. They're really working this right wing as that one will be out and over to Lovington. So Lovington will come over for the throw-in. As Reza gets the throw-in, but then it'll be Irving who sends it back towards net. As Clay will get it and boot it over and swat it on the far side next to the Artesia bench. Throw-in for Artesia. The Lady Bulldogs look to go on to the attack again, trying the left wing and then out of the back, and corner kick for Artesia. As Lovington sends it off of the end line. So a corner kick from that southeast corner. 21 minutes and change remaining in regulation. And they will send that one back towards the midfield off the corner kick again. Trying to pull off the Lovington defenders. Is that one going to bounce through? Then just a slow roller and that one out of the back off of Artesia. So Lovington will go back over to the Lady Cats. So Ornelas bouncing it back through and a whistle. I'm not sure what the call is here. I think they're going to say they weren't prepared, so we'll do the kick again. So, yep, that's what they're going to say. And so Lovington will send it back down and out. So Artesia throw in from midfield. And we'll have a handball on Lovington. Free kick for Artesia from the 30-yard line. That's the 40-yard mark on the football pitch. The soccer field. So from that far sideline, free kick for Artesia on the handball. Halfway done here in the second half. And that'll be a high bouncer that'll go wide. Ornelas out and will take it. Now she'll trot up and send it back down, trying to get Rodriguez on a flying down the field as that one bounces. Artesia trying to screen out Rodriguez, but Rodriguez still fighting for it. Not able to get to it before it goes out. But it literally flips the field here. Now Artesia now throw in from deep in their own end. And back come the Lady Bulldogs into the midfield. Now a run over onto the deep left wing. Artesia trying on the attack again. They've got numbers 2-on-1. And a slide tackle and out of the back of the zone. Really, in that case, the only thing Reza could do. 1-on-1 there on the far side. But with numbers for Artesia. With Dickinson running it up. And then on the inbound, an attempted shot blocked out by Rodriguez and out. And we'll have a whistle sound as they're going to clear the pitch once again. Stop the clock at 18:25. Didn't know we were having media timeouts or something, but this is the second time this has happened. They're going to completely clear the pitch this time, even the keeper's coming over. Maybe a hydration break. Yeah, that's what it's got to be. So, all right, well, we've got a quick timeout. Big thanks to all the great sponsors. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. They make sure that we never have to charge you to watch your kids and your teams play. Never have to beg you for donations either. We appreciate all of our great sponsors for Wildcat and Lady Cat Athletics. So while we've got a hydration timeout, we'll take it with them. We'll return as Lady Cat Soccer continues in a moment. After the break in action, welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Soccer here on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. What I can only think was a hydration break. I'm not sure I've ever seen one of those. I mean, it is very warm today, and so I'm all for keeping the players safe. I don't think it's been a timeout. I didn't think you got those in soccer. So we will restart this one with 18:25 remaining in regulation. And it will be Artesia throw-in deep in the Lovington side of things, as Coach Negretti during the break was quite adamant that his girls needed to be more aggressive. Right now it is Artesia just living in the Lovington zone. Lovington only one shot this half, only 3 shots in the game, is trying to center that one up. Big battle for it and squirting out and out the far side. And it'll go over to the Lady Cats with 18 minutes remaining. 2-0 in favor of Artesia, as they'll look to keep pace in the district race. If Artesia holds on to win, it would set up Artesia and Goddard for the district championship. As Artesia goes and saves it before it goes out. Now they'll resettle it down at midfield. And then off the side of the foot of Martinez and out. Artesia throw in front of their own bench. So into the middle of the pitch, finding a soft spot in the zone. Artesia, again, just looking for something. And a little bouncer coming over onto the right wing. Could be trouble, and the shot is going to be wide. And another shot on goal for Artesia. Only 2 have found the back of the net, but they are taking way too many shots at the Lady Cats end of things. As that shot put in by Irving, her second shot. So the free ball out for Ornelas. And she'll direct traffic with 16.5 remaining in regulation. And it'll go out, and it'll be Lovington ball on the Artesia side. And they'll bounce it to Rodriguez. She's immediately corralled up and kicks it out and winds up kicking it off of herself. So Artesia gets the ball back. Again, Lovington just 3 shots in the match and only 1 in this half. As subs checking in for the Lady Bulldogs. Under 16 minutes to go. Artesia centering it up. Now chip and chase. They've got some running room. Going over on the left side. It's a 3-on-2 break. Hesitation move, and Ornelas comes out of the cage and makes a fantastic stop on the runner on the far side. But Artesia will get it right back and will immediately resume the attack. And it'll go be saved before it goes out, but Artesia will take it back. Centering pass, bouncer, and then just having to boot it away is Ivar, and out. As Artesia doing what Lovington wants to do, putting on the pressure, finding ways to get back through and get more shots on the net. And again, fantastic job by Ornelas in the cage. Faced 15 shots, has only given up 2 goals, and one of those was on a PK. So through in Lovington, just going to have to swipe it out and swipe it away. Now they'll bring it back down. No help, though, is only Rodriguez. And number 20, the only attackers for Lovington. Now they'll bring an extra attacker up. Extra 2 attackers and a whistle. And they're saying, oh, hold up, we've got some subs coming in. So the Lady Cat throw in as Rodriguez will come in to toss it in. Throws it into the middle, trying to get number 20 in a soft spot, but booted away by the Artesia defenders. Artesia today so far on both ends of the pitch have just out-hustled the Lady Cats. There's just no better way to put it. That one over onto the left wing could be dangerous as Ornelas will have to come over. She will take it off the foot of the Artesia attacker and then just send it back down. But now she gets trapped out of the net a little bit, and she's hurt. She is slow getting up. Artesia with a golden opportunity. Ivar trying to keep it out and will give Ornelas time to collect herself back in the cage. So now onto the far side with Rodriguez. He gets crowded up over on that far side with Stone. Now tries to bring it back to the middle. And Stone just going to swipe it through. Back on the attack come the Lady Bulldogs. Ornelas comes out and will gather that one in and quickly send it back down. 13 minutes plus a little bit of change left here in regulation. On to the far side with Rodriguez. And out off of a Lady Bulldog. Throw in for the Lady Cats next to their own bench. Lovington trying to keep their district hopes alive. They are 1-2 in district. Keep their hopes alive. They would need to win this game and need a little help, but anything is possible. And a whistle and minor infraction on Artesia. Free kick for Lovington. Is they're actually going to bring Ornelas all the way up to take the free kick. So you don't often see that. The goalkeeper, that could be dangerous. So Ornelas on the set play will send it in from about the 30-yard mark. And the spinner in, and she'll get the shot on goal. Easily stopped by Rodriguez. Just the fourth shot on goal for the Lady Cats. As Lovington will take it away. Now they're trying to put some pressure on. Artesia just going to sweep it away over the Brian Urlacher field printing on the field. Ivar comes over. She'll pull the trigger on the inbound. Gets it over. Stone heads it back out. Ivar going to just watch it roll out again. And Lovington finally starting to pick up the pace with 11:30 remaining. So into no man's land as Morrison will get it out and clear it out. Artesia now with numbers, a 3-on-2 break, and a nice job on the far side by Reza to send it out and to break a potential rush. 11 minutes plus whatever stoppage time they decide on remaining in regulation. 2-0 in favor of Artesia. As Lovington's defense has played extremely well today. And Ornelas has played brilliantly in goal, but Artesia has just had way too many opportunities, and Lovington not nearly enough of them. Artesia charges in on Ornelas. She'll just pick the ball up and come to the edge of the box, and then she'll swipe it back down to midfield. Off the bounce, Rodriguez takes it off the knee, but then Artesia and Stone just shoot it right back into the Lovington defensive zone. Artesia stays on the attack. They've pretty much been on the attack for the 60 minutes, 70 minutes now we've played in this match. Of the 70 minutes that we have played, probably 63 or 64 of them have been in Lovington's end of the pitch. And bouncer towards the end zone. And Artesia centering pass swiped away by Lovington. They play to the left of the net, then back out towards center. Artesia sends a long one on net from the far side. Another stop made. Again, Ornelas has played extremely well in goal, giving up just 2 tallies on 16 shots. One of those being a PK that I'm not sure should have been a PK, but I'm not down there. So now Artesia battles through and takes the ball back. We are under 10 remaining. Bouncing ball, Ornella's going to have to come out of the cage and just take that one as she ties up with one of the Lady Bulldogs, and then Ornelas sends it back down. Again, Artesia coming back on the attack. Trying to get numbers once again. They will chip this one in. This could be trouble. Garcia goes in on the right wing and will send that one wide and over the net. But they let her get way too inside and way too much of a good look on that one. Lovington defenders just could not keep up with her. You've still got time in this one, but you've got to do something you haven't done today, and that's put pressure on the opposite side. You got to keep control of the ball. Hadn't really done that much either. Pass over to the left wing. Artesia shoots that one wide. No shot on goal and out. Goes over to Lovington. Next Thursday, we'll be right back here with the Lady Cats as they'll take on the Goddard Lady Rockets to wrap up the home season. Ornelas down the pitch. And it'll come bouncing through and out, and last touched by Artesia, so give it to Lovington. They'll throw in, going to be settled down by Long. She'll take it and try and find some room. Artesia just takes it away from her. And a couple of headers. Lovington has just not really attacked very efficiently or effectively outside of what Rodriguez has done. It's DeLong as Lovington tries to settle it down. Left it off for Long, but she was heading over to the other side, and that just lets Artesia's defense come through and take it away. And now a long shot bounces in. No shot, really, but bouncing through is coming over, picking it up with 6:40 remaining is Ornelas, who will then send it right back down. And that one bounces through, but Lovington just kind of standing around watching. Didn't have any attackers back, and so that lets Artesia come over and take it back and move it out of harm's way before anything can even possibly be done. As Ivar loses it off the bottom of the cleats and over to Artesia. And a whistle and sub coming in for the Lady Bulldogs. 6 minutes plus whatever stoppage they put on remaining. So the throw in for Irvin. Tosses in, and then Lovington will head it right back to Irvin, who sends it towards the middle, and then a bouncing ball over on the left seam. Goes out to the left wing where Artesia will take it back. And that side, Lovington. Long comes back and almost takes it away, and then it'll go out. It'll be a throw in for Artesia on the deep left side. So they'll get it in with 5:28 remaining. And a 2-0 lead. Centering pass could be trouble on. Nice job by Ornelas as she will block that one out on the shot by Garcia as they come back over. Garcia takes another shot and it goes into the side of the net. Artesia keeping the pressure up. They want another insurance goal if they can get it, leading 2-0. As on the return to play, that one just going to go out and give it back to the Lady Bulldogs. There's no better way to put it. They've just absolutely dominated the Lady Cats here this afternoon. As Long and Morrison tie up. Free kick for Lovington. Just 4 shots on goal for Lovington, and 2 of them have been long free kicks. As Reza sends that one down as Morrison will swat it away. And onto the foot of one of her teammates and back again as Reza steps in to try and stop that one. And now we've got a foot race. Ornelas going to have to come out of the cage again. Ornelas has been spending way too much time basically playing defender and even came up and took one of the free kicks for Lovington. It wound up as a shot on net. You don't often see a goalie with a shot on goal, but you did in this one. Under 4 remaining. Artesia chip and chase again. Centering pass, bouncing in, could be trouble. And a nice stop once again as that one came off the foot of Garcia. So the bouncer back down the other way. And Lovington has had exactly 0 sustained pressure in this one. They're still playing hard, but they have just been outplayed in every phase of the game today by Artesia. They've not been able to get anything going their way. Everything went their way against Portales Monday, but nothing has gone their way on Saturday against Artesia here at Wildcat Stadium. Back to Long. Finds a little way through. Works through traffic. Goes down. No call, and the ball back out towards the 20-yard line, and Artesia will clear. Back to Irvin, and then sent out by Lovington. 2:45 remaining in regulation, plus they put any stoppage time on. So Artesia going to hang on and will improve to 11-4-2 on the year, 3-1 in district. Highlight for the game for Lovington is going to be the play in net for Ornelas. Unless they can find a goal somewhere here in the last 2+ minutes. So as we continue to click down to the 2-minute mark, and we are at 2 minutes exactly now. So another Artesia throw in with 2 minutes remaining. As Irvin up to throw it in. Or will it be a free kick? No, it'll be a free kick for Artesia. So they'll take the free kick from about 50 yards out. Artesia will come over and send that one in. That was Corza, who has one of the tallies for Artesia's. That one going to squirt through, and Ornelas has to come out and make another stop. No shot on goal, but Artesia player down in the back line. She's not feeling good. We'll get that off of the injured player. This time will stop. 1 minute or so remaining in regulation. They will, Coach Trunham will come over and check his downed player. That'll stop the clock with approximately 1 minute remaining. As again, Ornelas having to come out and make another play. She has stopped 18 shots. That was not a shot on goal, but has stopped 18 here today. Is the official going to come over and have a word with Lovington's keeper? She's been literally all over the field today. Since the player is off the field to play, they're going to say play on. So with 1 minute remaining, plus whatever stoppage, and that one will go out. And it'll be a throw in for Artesia. The Artesia player will go over and corral the ball. Artesia has no need to hurry here. And we'll just trot it back up. They are going on the stopwatch. We should have about 30 seconds left in regulation. Artesia swats it back down as they will blow the whistle right at the buzzer. And so our final today, Artesia defeats the Lady Cats 2-0. And Artesia will improve to 11-4-2, 3-1 in district. Lovington will drop to 2-14 on the year and 1-3 in district. The goals coming from Marilyn Corza on a penalty kick at just before the 30-minute mark and the 29-minute mark of the first half. And then Abigail Jowers with a breakaway goal at 6:22 of the second. Those were the two tallies for Artesia. Artesia taking 18 shots on goal. Great job by Kaylee Ornelas to stop 16 of them. But Lovington with just no pressure at all on the offensive end. Only 4 shots in the game, and 2 of those coming off of penalty kicks. So the Lady Cats with an opportunity now to just kind of catch their breath and regroup and see what happens next week, as they will be facing right back here the Goddard Lady Rockets on Thursday. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on it. Thanks for tuning in. For Evie Stuber, keeping an eye and ear on things back at One Radio Square, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Have a great weekend, everyone.